I think it's worth to have a cost of, unfortunately, some gun deaths every single year so that we can have the Second Amendment to protect our other God-given rights.
Most people are in agreement that people are entitled to freedom of speech, to freedom of thought and expression. But when people actually exercise these rights, look what could happen to you. You know, anything that anyone says, another person can get offended by it. Like literally anything. It doesn't matter what it is. And, you know, he said it his own self out of his own mouth. Charlie Kirk said, you know, that he was okay with a few gun deaths per year so that people can have gun rights. But I know when he was making this statement, he never thought that it was going to be himself. He never thought that it could be somebody close to him. When he was making this statement, he was just speaking like in general, like if a random person that he does not even know, that he's never met, that he has no connection to, if they get their life ended over their freedom of speech or their own beliefs, he would be okay with that because it wouldn't really personally affect him. So let's keep it real. He died by what he believed in. So we have to respect, it came out of his own mouth. This isn't any, you know, what do you call it? This isn't like a, you know, I clipped it to make him sound a certain way. No, it came out of his own mouth. So we have to honor what he said. And this is an example of a video not aging well.
I can't stand the word empathy. Actually, I think empathy is a made-up new age term that it does a lot of damage, but it is very effective when it comes to politics. Sympathy I prefer more than empathy. That's a separate topic for a different time.
In his own words, take it however you want, it came out of his mouth that he does not like empathy. And I have been seeing a lot of content creators saying, well, he said he didn't want empathy, so maybe we shouldn't empathize over what happened to him. So I don't know. Let me know in the comments what you guys think about this. You know, this is where the internet sleuths, you know, come into play. They will dig up everything that you've ever said. And, you know, some of these videos, some of these statements end up not aging very well.
How much harder does it get for you to do your job when we continue to have racist comedians on stages, especially like on the presidential stage? I feel like that's kind of ridiculous, but that's just me.
I mean, not really hard to do my job, but I mean, man, can you take a joke? I mean, like...
Well, I mean, like, I have no problem with taking a joke. You can put them on TV. I watch people make racist jokes all the time. I watch the Boondocks all the time. I have no problem with racist jokes, but I feel like on a presidential stage, we're supposed to be a little professional.
I agree with that.
We're supposed to be professional, so like, why are we making racist jokes?
Well, again, it's a comedian that was put up on stage.
Yeah,
what do you expect?
A presidential stage, though.
It was like 4 hours before Trump arrived.
But we're not on a regular stage. Like, we're supposed to be respectful. We're projecting our country, and we're projecting racist jokes onto our country.
Yeah, I think you're overthinking it, to be perfectly honest with you.
No, when you have a president up there endorsing somebody making racist jokes.
Well, no, he didn't. No.
Millions of Americans.
Hold on a second. He disavowed it. He doesn't know.
On the stage with Trump. That's endorsing.
How do you guys feel about this video clip? On one hand, Charlie Kirk actually conceded and agreed out of his own mouth that there shouldn't be racist jokes on a presidential stage. But then he was kind of like telling the guy in the crowd that, you know, maybe we should be able to take a joke. You could argue that he was making excuses because that's what some people are going to say. So, you know, he kind of flip-flopped on that one. So I don't know. What do you guys think about this whole Charlie Kirk thing? Man, he's been the most talked about person in the last week. Definitely. This has been pretty huge. I've watched a lot of videos on various platforms from different perspectives. And my conclusion is just that we are all hypocrites. If Charlie Kirk happened to be a liberal person, that the same thing happened to him for his views, there would be people on the opposite side doing the same thing that people are doing now. You know, how people are happy, how some people are happy. You know, I don't agree with people making videos rejoicing, but I think irregardless of who it was, there's always going to be people that are happy for it, because we all don't agree. It's almost like, I wonder at some point, like, I don't know, I don't even know, like, sometimes what is the point to life? Like, I don't believe in concepts really, like meeting in the middle. Like, I don't see people getting along unless you are very similar. I mean, you have to be very mature to be around a person that doesn't agree with you, doesn't think like you. That takes a level of maturity, because there are some people, they wouldn't be able to really handle being around people that don't agree with them on certain issues that they care deeply about. So I don't know what the solution is. Let me know if there's someone listening. What is the solution to this issue of people being allowed to have freedom of speech, freedom of thought, freedom of expression? When is there a point where it goes too far? Should people be mindful and careful about what they say? You know, I made another video about this. You guys go check it out. It was probably my last video. And I had a really good comment on my video where someone said, you know, if you are very careful about what you say, that you can't make a difference. And I actually will admit, I agree with this. However, I guess I wouldn't say argue, but I would say that on one hand, I would say I agree with this, but I also don't want to die just to be able to express a belief, because as we see, a lot of people who have made I guess you could say an impact in society, some people are going to revere you and some people are not. So I don't know, is it worth getting your life ended short at 31 years old to be able to tour different colleges? And some people are going to say, spew some hate. Some people are going to, whether it's spewing hate or expressing yourself, it rubs some people the wrong way and you're no longer here. So is it worth it or is it not? Let me know what you guys think in the comments. I want to thank you guys so much for watching this video. Honestly, let me know what you think, whether you liked him or you didn't like him. If you didn't like him, let me know in the comments. If you do like him, let me know in the comments. You guys, catch you on the next video.